I intentionally put I intentionally put myself in situations where it is uncomfortable for me so that I can grow. And I'm nothing like David Goggins or anybody popular or famous, but I try my best to put myself in situations that are uncomfortable or embarrassing, or maybe sometimes just things that give myself away, but I don't really see a reward, just so I can appreciate things more and so that I can put myself out there and, like I said, be comfortable with the uncomfortable. Every single thing that I try to do, I always try to do it without caring. Not caring about other people's opinions is something like a mantra that has guided me through my whole life. So when I put myself in a position where I do have to care about people, considering how I ran for a student government association position, which is something I have never done before, I was met with um it was just it has just been such an experience because I'm not even done. The campaign is still on and the voting closes in 2 days. But I thought it was very this is like one of the most interesting experiences of my entire life so far. I used to live in um I the educational system I was brought up with, we had prefects, and you were selected by the school as a prefect. And for most of my life, that is how it has been. You were always selected by your teachers, who it was, in my case, easy for them to have a good opinion of you because these are not your peers, these are adults. And I feel like it's easier to please adults because most times they do want you to do the right thing. They have this format of who they want you to be, and because you're not trying to look for anything like a mutual relationship for them, you're just trying to seek for their approval, it's easy for you to just be that kind of person that you know they want you to be. Do all the right things, get your good grades, don't disturb their classes, be outgoing, put yourself out there, but don't be a negative student. Now I am in a position where I need the support of my peers, which is one thing I have never ever sought in my life. In fact, I'm not even someone who has cared about having friends, to be honest, because I have changed schools like 3 times in the last 2 years in two different in two completely in three completely different places. So making friends for me is just an optional thing that they come and go, nothing's permanent. But the true friends that I have, I do try to keep them as much as I can. So where am I going with this? Being someone who has always been an advocate for don't care what people think, when I'm in a position where I do have to care for what people think, and not only do I have to care about what other people think, what other people think is what is going to determine my success. This was when it dawned on me that public opinion, other people's perception of you, in situations when it does, it when in situations when you need it to, will matter. I have always been somebody who is very like expressionate. I don't know if that's a word about who I am and the kind of things I do and my opinions of people. For example, if I walked past you and you were it's like hitting the vape or smoking or something, I would give you that side eye. I would let you know that I disapprove. And I always did that. If I saw you dressing in a way that I didn't think I liked, I would give you a side eye. And and this has just formed this habit where I have, how do I say, I have done all the right things except to other people because I didn't think there was going to be any time where the opinions of these people would matter, and now it does. This is teaching me so much, and this is not the first time I'm realizing that I'm doing this because honestly, this is just me being out here. Like most people, I would only be nice to some people because I know I'm getting something back in return. Except I'm actually like your really close friend and like we're already friends because, you know. But yeah, and that just taught me this about myself. I know this sounds like a horrible thing to say and it sounds really selfish, but yeah, I mean, I'm learning. That's the whole point. And watching people who I thought I was cool with, like my friends, ignoring my messages of me asking them to like put me out there and like vote for me, and then eventually going on their stories and seeing that they support the person I'm running against, that is also not something I'm used to. So when I did see that happening the first, second, and third time, that was really uncomfortable for me because I was like, I felt betrayed, and these people had no obligation to help me or to vote for me. I just felt like, why would this person choose not to help me? Even though I've only known them for less than a year, because I literally like recently came to the school. So this is just a really interesting experience. If you guys have any experiences similar to this, please let me know in the comment section. But this is just me going out there and telling you my experiences with doing something that involves other people's opinions of me, which I initially thought was never going to matter, but now it does. So yeah. So wish me luck. I don't even know if I'm going to win, honestly. I really hope I do, but this has just been a learning process, honestly. So I'm just glad about the opportunity. So thank you.